Hate to break it to you, but you are, first of all, not the only one smashing. And secondly, if it's not just about smashing, you are not the only one in her life. Unfortunately, with this topic, whether you guys have a certain situation or you can even be in the talking stage, haven't did anything wild, fun, you know, you know what I mean, actual activity, extreme intimacy, the deeper levels. If you guys aren't even there, unfortunately, there still could be a high case that she is smashing somebody else, talking to somebody else, or they are doing that to her, let me say, because he's the one that is digging it out, right? So I'm going to go into some signs and examples in a second, but I just want to give you a heads up that when this is also happening, you have to remember that she could be selective. So she could tell you one thing and try to hold off and act like even she's not that type of girl, or she's just waiting, and then there could be a whole different side to her. So just keep that in mind if, she's told you anything like this before. So let me go ahead and move on to some of the signs. Some of the signs can be late night activities. So it could be the disappearing late night, or also simply making plans and making it seem a certain way, but there's some sketchiness to it. So let's say if she goes out and then she says, okay, like I'm just going to be doing my thing, that sorts of stuff. She's supposed to talk to you or call you when she gets home. And some women make it more obvious than not. Some will try to like front and text you, and maybe you'll try to get on the phone to make sure, or she tries to send you old pictures or something, right? FaceTime will tell the truth where she's really at. So my point is, though, when she makes it obvious, she will disappear for the whole entire night or literally text you in the morning. And if you're letting things slide like that, especially if she's really your girl and you guys are serious, there's normally some secrecy and some secrecy in the sense of like she's not fully maybe being honest. And it's more about like if she's repetitively doing this. So she could be going out every weekend or every other weekend, or she could say I'm going to my girl's house, or use anybody's place or any activity and still disappear on you. So that's a sign that there could be somebody else there and dealing with her at that night. She could be more in the mood, and so meaning her being more in the mood means that she can then be wanting to get it active. And next thing too, and I'm saying active with that guy, clearly she's not maybe doing it with you, or she does it with you and him. Y'all should be protecting yourselves, just saying, right? You got to. And then a next one too, that is a obvious sign that somebody else is probably in your girl. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I hate to break it to you, but another sign is if she keeps her ex around or loves to be around guys. And when I say guys, I'm talking about like, for one, a lot of girls have guys that are into guys. So sometimes that could be like her friend for real. But then there's other cases where there's women that say that they get along with guys only and they just have a lot of dude friends. And the thing about this is that oftentimes one of the dudes or that dude can have feelings for her. So the thing is, sometimes she could be friend zone him for so long, and there could be a slip up one day, or he flirts but he never gets really to that full extent, and he can be flirtatious to the extent of, one love language, physical touch, hugging too long, that sorts of stuff. Now, the ex thing, though, is very much suspicious, because if she's still in contact with her ex, especially if they live in the same city, or he comes back around, or she goes to where he's located, like even if it's for vacation purposes, that's when you should kind of be worried. Because y'all, I've heard so many stories of, wait, before I tell you this, actually, if you still haven't given this video a big thumbs up, please go ahead and do so. And also, y'all, question of the day. Do you feel like women make it obvious? If not, how do you think she's gone away? If you've ever experienced a woman not making it obvious, or she's been secretive and you caught on, then let it be known, especially because you got to look out for the other fellas too. I know sometimes you guys don't have full proof and it can be hard, but also don't be naive and don't let her deceive you. So if you have questions like, oh, is she doing something, or this is what's been happening and it's suspicious, let it be known, and I can help you and somebody else can help you as well. And then of course, Patreon exclusive. When I say exclusive and explicit content, I'm talking about I'm going into like details. I don't have to worry about what I say. I could really give it raw on there. So if you want to get the scoops, if you want to get all the details, you want to catch up on everything that I have, which is a lot that's already been out, and plus more, way more dropping, you can go ahead and head on to Patreon. And if you don't even want to be a member that is paid, you could just become a free member. I am going to be doing one exclusive video a month right now. That's as of now, okay? And don't forget, if you don't want to do Patreon, you can become a YouTube member. All right, y'all. So don't forget about my website, just reminders. Now, let me just go back real quick. With this situation of when I've actually talked to a lot of you fellas, you guys have told me stories of how a woman would go ahead and have the ex come back around and try to make an excuse about there's nothing going on. The problem about this is that when she's telling you, don't worry about this guy, or there's nothing happening here, or even she goes out and this could be the first time she actually disappears on you. Most commonly, she's actually having that guy being the one that's entertaining her, and then that leads and opens a door to another thing. So she doesn't necessarily have to be about it right away, but letting guys entertain her, this can be signs of she's open to what can potentially happen with another guy. And keep in mind what type of guy this is. So if this guy is all about, oh, like, I don't take women serious, but he has a lot going on for himself, or he's the least good looking and he entertains her girl, if he does the right things, he can get in her head. And all it takes really is a lot of times one night, right? So that's just the downside of, like, you want to trust your girl, but if she gives you reasons not to trust her, then you can really distance yourself. And if she calls you like insecure or you're the problem, you definitely want to go ahead and distance yourself, in the sense of, like, be more cautious and careful of your emotions. If you feel bothered or something is giving you red flags, take time to yourself, because sometimes manipulation can happen where she can make you feel like you're at fault and there's gaslighting involved, and she can make you feel like, oh, you're the issue, you're just believing whatever, or you're weird, or you're crazy for thinking this way. So I'm saying, don't let that go to your head. For instance, a woman can be like, why would I need to send you a picture? Like, you're so insecure. Or she could say, I never had to send pictures before, or I never had to send my location. Like, why are you being so sad? Or why are you being so soft? Or like, are you okay? When in all reality, like, you have feelings for her, or also you simply don't want to be used, or you don't want to have to search for answers. So that's what I'm saying, like, take time to yourself. That could also give you more clarity, and sometimes she can be honest because you caught on and she doesn't want to actually lose you. Now, I'll give you one last example that I will elaborate on in the next video, but just also remember that you have to be watching. Don't just be oblivious and naive and be like, oh no, nothing is going on. So this is where the hiding phone calls is going on. Like, hiding phone calls, as in, like, somebody calls, she has to go to the other room. The numbers are changed. If you catch on to this stuff, you can catch on, but not numbers. I mean, contact names are changed. Sometimes women literally go to the extent of changing it to a woman's name or some random thing, not him, so you don't catch on. Now, when I elaborate on this, I'll explain in the form of, like, cheating, because when there's another dude also, remember, it's not necessarily they do things right away. It's not necessarily that this is what they're doing. It could just be that she actually is simply cheating on you. So there is another man. So I'm going to do this video again. When I do it again, ask your questions if you do have questions. And that's going to be it for this video. And I hope that, honestly, she's not doing it. But if she is, you gotta go ahead and protect yourself. Take care. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.
Something you have going on. It could be about anything, self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link after this video.
Sleep affirmations, so you could become that powerful man, and it is recorded in my voice, and I give you the strongest affirmations to overall become that man and subconsciously become powerful. So let's get into these books. It's gonna attract women you want and get her to miss you, along with secrets to winning her over. And it tells you about cold approaching. It tells you my personal stories. And if you're trying to up your game in the dating game, these books are gonna be perfect for that. And you could get it all in a bundle deal. Make sure you click the link down below. Self-improving in the process. This is so serious. This is why I have a whole no contact guide and journal available. Y'all could go ahead and purchase it. If you need somewhere to start off, then you need all the breakdowns, all the insight, the information, and I have structure in there, help you, prompts, things that will tell you you got this, but it'll give you also reasons why. And I have stories in there that tells you why no contact has worked for people, all types of stuff. It's so detailed, y'all. That's how much information I made sure to put in there. Step up no contact, or if you need somewhere to start and you need something to help you, this is like me guiding you as you go through no contact. That's how I customized it for y'all. So you can check that out by clicking the link down below. See what you could do with no contact, how far you could do it. Just learn everything, have the guidance and accountability partner. Although I'm not actually there, you'll feel that sense from this journal and guide.